Hello, 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 hello. 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 Hello.
Okay.
Hey.
Hi, hot mom. Good evening, good afternoon from the side of the country.
What's up?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good too. It's been a while.
Good to see
Welcome
you
back.
again.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been 2 weeks or more of very busy schedule for me.
Hmm. Really nice to have you back here.
Yeah, I missed you.
I miss you too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so after the live, we'll talk.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
I've messaged Ifechi, but maybe we can carry on while we wait for him. I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
So, hello everyone. Welcome to Hot Mom Live session. Hello YouTube. Hello Instagram. Hello Facebook. Welcome to today's Hot Mom Live conversations. My name is Ediri. And here we talk about issues about family, about lifestyle, self care, and of course, if you want behind the scene coaching, we're here for you. So today's topic is titled The Effect of Glamorizing Your Profession. Yeah? I think that's it.
The effect of not
Of not,
glamorizing.
okay, the effect of not glamorizing your profession.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let's see what we have. For me, this topic is really one of those topics that you really have to reflect upon. Don't just watch this live and let it go. Think about everything we're going to say here today. I'm very tired from the trip. I'm very tired, but I just said, let me do this. So, if you're in a profession that pays well, if you're in a profession that impacts lives, and you're not showcasing it in our faces.
Excuse me. Think I need more light. Excuse me.
I think your light is good though.
Yeah.
Your light is good.
Is it okay now?
It's good. It's been good. But well,
Okay.
it's brighter now. Okay, so I was trying to say that if you are in a profession that pays well, or you're in a profession that impacts lives, if you're in one of those professions and you're not showcasing it in our faces, you're not glamorizing it, I think you're doing the next generation no good because at the end of the day, all of them might end up becoming content creators. That's what I think. That's what I think. Um, During the week, I saw three videos. One was by Bovi, the comedian, where he was talking about how students in those days, I don't know if they still do it though, where the senior students wear trousers while junior students wear shorts to school, where senior students are meant to punish junior students, because you're just one class ahead of the other child. You're given so much authority to do and undo, to punish them, to discipline them. What do they even know? Why would parents, I'm referring to the teachers now, give so much authority to kids to deal with their fellow students, for a child to deal with a fellow child? Do you get? So these things at the end of the day, by the time they leave school, they move into the society and they carry that attitude along into the society where oppression becomes the norm. So you see that even in politics, you know. So he really broke it down, and I personally think that those things should stop. Another video I saw was of a guy who said he had finished school for about 10 years and he still hadn't gotten a job. So he was, I don't know, maybe he was angry or he was depressed. I don't know what the issue was, but he brought out his certificates and burnt them. I saw I saw his NIC certificate, I saw other certificates, he just set them on fire. He was like, every job he had gotten before then were jobs where he had to compete with people who didn't go to school. And that he didn't know why it had to be that way. But I'm trying to now say that this is another reason why people say school na scam. We hear that phrase from time to time. Then another lady also came on the internet to say she was when she while she was in school, all she did was to read her books, to focus on her studies. She didn't have a social life because, of course, that was what she was told to do. Most of us were told to go to school and go and read, you know, no social life. Now she came out with a first class, but that first class has not gotten her anything good at the end of the day. But those people that were in school, that were socializing, they were building networks, they were building connections. And as soon as they left school, one man knows the other, and by the time you knew it, they all had their jobs. So, this is another reason for a child who is watching this to say school na scam. So, I want to say that we should glamorize our schools. We should glamorize going to school. If that girl that graduated, for instance, that graduated with a first class was recognized, say, by the school or by the government or by the state and was given a job in a reputable company, right? It will make the news, and our children will see that, will see the need to study hard. They will see the need to go to school and not echo this phrase of school na scam, you know. But she didn't get that. Look, and then she, at the end of the day, she came out and made this video. For me, as a child growing up, throughout my days as a student, I always like wanted to be a doctor. It's something I said before now, and it's not because I actually even saw a doctor physically. I don't think so. But because of the books, the books we're reading then, you have pictures of doctors in their white jackets, their stethoscope on their neck and their glasses, looking all glammed up. So I'm sure that was the first attraction for me. Because most often, children are influenced by what the things they see. They are influenced by the things they see. So that was the reason, well, that I went to do sciences, but well, at the end of the day, that didn't happen. But I'm just trying to say that out, if we put out the beauty around our profession and not hide it, try to make the children around us see the glamour that comes with what we know, what we study, what our profession is. They can be impacted, they can be inspired, right? And it can motivate them to want to be like us, for instance. Yeah, that's on one hand. I'll be referring to some of the notes I took down because I'm a bit, like I said, I'm really a bit tired, and I just try to jot down some things that I'll be referring to here. Um, okay, talking about the school, even our children, when they are in school and they are doing acting drama, they are acting school plays. Some will say, okay, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer. It's mostly because of the uniform, because of all that glamour that comes with being in that profession. That is the first attraction. But today, we see people who have the money working in oil company. They have a very thriving profession, but they are not putting it out there. It's not in our faces, it's not in the children's faces. Like this country I am, you can you can go to a mechanic workshop, right? If you go to a mechanic workshop, you see the mechanics ride, like his car, a glamorous car, parked in one corner. You enter the mechanic workshop, it will not look like a regular Nigerian workshop. If a student goes there, or if a child sees that, or even the children that is seeing that, would relate with the benefits that come with that profession, with the good side of that profession, I would want to be a mechanic. But over there in our country, it's mostly children who are not from privileged homes that go for jobs like mechanic and the rest. Look at the way they dress. Look at it. It's not like they don't make money. And I tell you, if they glamorize that profession, they will even make more money. So it's all about this thing we call packaging, right? Package your profession, put it out there, because that's what these artists are doing. You see, somebody will go into BBN house under 3 months, they've made so much money, or they've gotten the publicity. And they put it out there. It's on the internet. Our children see them. Somebody will go and do Yahoo, for instance. In 6 months, he's buying a house in a choice location in town. He's pulling up with an expensive ride. You know, these are the things our children see. Somebody will just wake up one day and say they want to do content creation, and they are all over the place now. And before you know it, they are making money. You know. So if as a doctor, because I also believe that there are genuine, let me not use the word genuine now. Let me just say, like, nail artists in Nigeria, makeup artists in Nigeria. I feel that there are some of them, or even doctors, there are some of them that make a lot of money as much as some of these content creators make. But maybe they don't want to put it out there because they want to be modest, or they don't want to look ras, or they think that if I put out everything I'm doing, people would be asking me for money. I mean, you can say no. It's your choice to give people. People can ask you for anything, but it's your place to say yes or no, right? So I feel like some of these small businesses, they make a lot of money like content creation as well. I'm just advocating that whatever it is you're doing that is bringing money, try put it out there so that our children can be inspired to want to be like you. Not that everybody wants to be like Davido, everybody wants to be like Whiskey, or everybody wants to be like these ladies that go out to enhance their bodies and put it out there. You see our young girls going to want to do the same thing, and some of them have even been deleted in the process. Yeah. So I think this is just the base of what I had in mind to say. This is just the base of life. I will still talk more, but let me give you the opportunity to chime in, like Dr. Ifechi would say.
Okay. Thank you very much, Hot Mom. Truly, the effect of not the need for glamorizing our profession cannot be overemphasized. You know, way back when we were younger, I think professions were a lot more glamorized because I know that when we're in primary school or secondary school, we saw our teachers then coming to class looking smart, with their what we call koi shoe, walk up right on the board, you see them well dressed, and you have that desire in your heart to say, "Oh, I think I want to be a teacher. I think I want to be a teacher like my teacher someday." And it pushed a lot of us, because I know a lot of people with that dream. They fought hard. They went to school. They even had to get up to the level of PhD so that they can at least live the initial dream they had. Also with nurses, like you said about nurses, you see them wearing a white dress with their small cap, looking very smart and all of that. And you tell yourself, no, I want to be a nurse when I grow up and all of that. And the doctors as well. But now those things they are not in place again. We are all looking up to our children are all looking up to the content creators. They are all looking up to the the musicians, the Nollywood actors and all of that. That is what is driving our children now. So the need for you to tell them, okay, you have to read hard to be a medical doctor. You hear them say, "Na doctor na I go job. Na doctor doctor will pay me," and all of that. If our doctors, most of them, we have good, particularly outside Nigeria, we have good doctors, and the of course in Nigeria, a lot of our doctors are relocating because Nigeria is not giving them what, according to them, they fought so hard to get. So they go outside the country to be recognized. We have a lot of neurosurgeons outside the country, and they are making names. Most people can do that and glamorize their profession. Oh, I'm a medical doctor. What it takes for me to be this. Then we should all be proud somehow of what we are doing. We shouldn't the society. I think the society too is not helping matters. like a program like BBN. Somebody stays in that house for 3 months and comes out with 120 million. Then you see these young children. There's a competition they organize in Nigeria, cowbell competition, cowbell mathematics competition. You see these children, maybe of secondary school age or secondary school, answer all the mathematics questions and all of that. And at the end of the day, what do you give them? Maybe you give them 100,000, which is most times not even enough to pay their school fees if they're in a private university. So where's the push? Where's the drive? They no longer see that as something they need to give it their all. You see the Yahoo boys there. Somebody tells you, like, I was somewhere yesterday, and I asked about a woman, a one-time neighbor, and they told me, I became the pick, I became the press phone, so they became an open big shop for her, and all of that. Big shop, and this was a woman that was almost begging. So that child doing that for that mother is now pushing all the other boys in the area to press phone, pushing them to go into Yahoo so that they will be recognized, because that's the end thing. If we can recognize these people, if we can applaud them for the things they are doing, then noble professions like medicine, law, those other professions can also be recognized. We should give it our all. Let's be proud, and let's showcase the benefits of that profession. A medical doctor can own a house. A medical doctor can own a big house and showcase it and tell the world that I got this because of my profession. Not only in the entertainment industry, not only in that aspect. A farmer can come out to be a very big person, can be proud, can showcase all the things he got as that profession of farming. So that a lot of people look up to them and just say, oh, if a farmer can do this, then I think I can do better. If this person can do this, I think I can do better. That's it for me. We really have to glamorize what you are doing. If you're a content creator, all the vibe, all the activities, everything, every effort we put into content creation, just so that people will look at us, so that people will recognize us. We can as well put that effort in the medical field. We can as well put that effort in engineering. We can as well put that effort in any other thing we think we need to do. So for me, for starters, I think is being proud of what you're doing. Whatever profession it is you hold today, be proud of it and showcase the perks of that profession. Don't make us feel like there's no money in medicine. Don't make us feel like there's no money being a lawyer. When the Yahoo boy is showcasing their products from whatever they've had, we too should be able to say, oh, my father was a doctor, and because see what he got from that profession. My father was a military man, and I had one uncle that stayed with us. The moment he got into our house, seeing my father polish his shoes every day, ironing his uniform, and all of that, it pushed him to want to join the military. He was already working. He read accounting in school. He was already working, but he had that push. No, I want to be like my uncle. I want to be a recognized military man. I want to have that respect. I want to be able to command and all of that. Hot mom, this guy into the army without any of us knowing, without my father even knowing. He got the form, he went for the is it the enrollment or whatever, and then it was in the army for a long time. Today he has a PhD, but his military experience still speaks for him. His military experience still keeps him going. So we should try as much as possible to glamorize, give it a little, give it a little drama.
Drama and touch.
Yes.
Okay, so I want
Give it a
to.
little touch.
Okay, so people forget that we are in the era of social media, and nothing is going to change that. It has come to stay. Social media has come to stay. The internet has come to stay. Your life now can no longer be ancient like it used to be.
That's true.
You have to utilize every resource within your means to make use of social media to your benefit and to the benefit of the next generation at large.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, Ifechi, welcome. First of all, I want to recognize the presence of our viewers. Christy Smart, thank you for watching. Sivoso, thank you for watching. Thelma Okori Tehari, Jack Rich, thank you for watching. Kalama Steven Dobara, thank you for watching. Dr. Ifechi, thank you for joining us. I don't know if you listened a bit to us.
You guys can talk. Let me listen a little bit. Just coming in so I can see the vibe and the pulse where you guys are.
Okay, so
then I can do that.
Okay, we're just talking about glamorizing our various professions. So I want to also say that people, our children today, are getting less and less interested in education because they are seeing all these shortcuts to making money. They will come up to say, oh, to go study a law degree will take me 5 years or 7 years, or medicine will take me so and so number of years, engineering, if I want to be an engineer, if I want to be an accountant, I have to be this other school they go to get chartered. I have to do all that, otherwise you will not be relevant in the society or in your industry. Yeah. So they know all these things and they see what content creation is paying, how content creation is paying. Go inside TikTok and see the money people are making. Go and see the money that people are making. So that's what is drawing them. But at the end of the day, if they don't have, if we don't put forward the value, the beauty in our professions, and make our children get enticed, make our children love it and want to be like us. If we don't do that, at the end of the day, already the number of doctors in Nigeria are declining every day. Nurses are running away every day. And our children now, they want to turn to content creation. So who are going to be the doctors of tomorrow that will be taking care of the sick in the country? Who are going to be the lawyers of tomorrow that will man the justice system of the country? Right? We cannot all be musicians. They cannot all be musicians. Even the ones that cannot sing, they want to become artists. The ones that don't know how to act, they want to become actors and actresses. It's a problem. It's a problem. So as parents, we need to start doing better. We need to start doing better. Let's be proud, like you said, let's be proud of whatever profession we are in. Let's make it look so desirable that even if it's not our children, if our children have already discovered what they want to be in future, other people's children that are seeing us, you know, can also feel the vibe and want to be like us. Yeah.
That's true.
And then you said something about, hold on, Ifechi is asking me to bring him on. Okay. You said something about a man, an adult that adored your father and went on to become a military man. So this is not even just about kids now. There are
Yeah.
some there are some adults who would also want to see the beauty in these various professions that we've been talking about, yeah. And if it's out there, I'm sure they will switch, just like the example you gave. There are also people who have not found their feet in life, who are still trying to figure out what they want to be in life. So if all that is out there is content creation, if all that is out there is a Real Housewives of Lagos, if all that is out there is BBM, if all that is out there is, I mean, I don't think our society would grow in the right direction.
At all.
So,
The society won't grow. Like the example you cited about mechanics in outside Nigeria.
mhm,
It's a very corporate
profession.
for them. They do it proud and with everything. But here, you see our mechanics. There's a saying that you can't even differentiate between a mechanic and a mad person because of the way they dress, because of everything around them. But let me also tell you that you can go to school and still end up being a mechanic if you know money comes from that area, if you have a passion for it. I know somebody who is a graduate. He graduated from Nnamdi Azikiwe University. But he has a mechanic workshop somewhere in Port Harcourt. And you need to see the big cars that come to his shop. He's not different from the normal mechanic, quite all right. But because of the effigy and everything he attached to his shop, when those big cars come, they pay heavily.
They pay more.
To get the services that any other mechanic would give them. But the ambience of the environment, the way he handles their job and everything. It's a big man today. He can still beat his chest and say, "Oh, I got this house doing this mechanic job. I built this, I bought this car doing this mechanic job." So it's all about us showcasing what we do, showing the world that we can do it very well, and allowing people to see us and keying into it. Not everyone wanting to be a Yahoo boy, because now everybody is into content creation. Everybody wants to go into content creation. Everybody wants to be a musician. Everybody wants to be this. Everybody wants to be that. Like you said, what happens to the engineers? What happens to the doctors? What happens to the accountants? What happens to the nurses? We should be proud of whatever we are doing and allow the world, particularly the youth, let them see us and know that, oh, we can still be recognized being medical doctors. We can still be recognized being lawyers. We don't have to be Davido to make it in Nigeria, or we don't have to be Davido to make it in the world. Whatever we find ourselves doing, we can be better at it and go all out to get to the peak of it.
Yeah.
Dr. Ifechi.
Yes, before Ifechi speaks, I wanted to say that some people feel like they are too classy to come online and showcase what they do and the beauty in their profession. Yeah, some people might be on the side saying that, but I tell you, if you keep saying, oh, you are too classy for this, or you are too modest for this, your children, as you are doing modest and classy, your children, they are watching those people low. Even if at the end of the day, you are able to convince your child against their wish to become TikTokers or vloggers or whatever, and they end up doing what you want them to do, they will still go looking for a wife or a husband that is in that profession, that is in that TikToking line, that is in that vlogging line, because they know there's money there. They just couldn't do it because of you, because of pressure from you or manipulation or whatever, however you were able to do it, you know. So I just said I should chime that in according to Dr. Ifechi. So now, Dr. Ifechi, over to you.
Okay. Dear viewers, I welcome you all today to this broadcast again. I'm sorry for joining you very late. Things ran over for me and I had to come in late, but I didn't want to miss this session like I did last time. So I've heard, and listening to my co-presenters, what they stated on glamorizing your profession or not glamorizing your profession. It boils down to very basic things, depending on the society you live in and depending on the choice of what you choose to do. A profession is what you do regularly or what you engage in every time that gives you your source of livelihood. And in life, there are several professions that exist for humanity. So there are essential services like health, legal, construction, which cause engineers. We have also special professionals like petrochemical engineers. You have architects who build houses. You have artisans as well. You have unskilled labor that help in doing a lot of things. So there is division of labor in the world. Not everybody can be a celebrity or a blogger, or not everybody cannot be the same thing. It's just a symbiotic relationship that enables everybody to survive and live together. Just like you and I are talking, there is somebody who, while all of us is sleeping, is awake to make sure that our water that we're going to come out from our tap that we're drinking is clean. There's somebody who's going to test that water. These are just like the simplest things you see. There are some people who construct the roads that we walk on. Without them, we cannot even travel from point A to point B. So everybody makes an impact in the food chain of what I call the food chain is survival. So when you see a cleaner in the office, you say, oh, he's a cleaner, you're a manager. You don't care about the cleaner. You don't give them respect. You don't acknowledge them. What will happen? If that cleaner does not clean the restroom in that office for 2 days, nobody will sit inside the office. Even you as the manager, you will not sit there. Everybody will be out. So somebody has to now come to a cleaner to go clean it if you guys want to keep on sitting down. So the dignity in labor, there's dignity in labor. But what is happening these days is that because people see money as the only means to an end, they do not see other things. And what I call that is myopia, which is short-sightedness. Everybody is important in this life. Every profession is honorable. Whatever you're doing as a profession, you have to be proud of it. Because if you do not, be happy or, show pride in your profession that you do, then you might not be able to afford your means of livelihood. So people who settle in for looking at other people's profession profession I want to do. That is right if you want to go into that profession. As you're going into any profession, you should also check and see there are dangers in every profession. Like there are some people, they have a flame, they have, they have big hearts. Some people stay in the ocean, like people that go to the week. Some people stay in the ocean as ocean divers. While you are scared of the wave, even the one you're watching on TV, you're very scared of it. Somebody is right there inside the wave, doing it as a profession. So, glamorizing your profession will make you stand out, will make you achieve what you want to achieve. So, but in as much as we are talking about all this, the direction you have to go will become more practical. Because why people are going to TikTok and content creation and social media is because today the world has moved more into entertainment instead of hard work. Nobody wants to work hard. Everybody wants a soft life. So today when somebody does a clip, there are how many views on it, they pay money. But they don't just pay that money to the person because of the content creation. They are paying money because companies who do advertisements come on those platforms and advertise. And it now becomes a source of mass media communication, whereby you don't have to go pay somebody else again to advertise your product. So the number of people that visit that site, there's a tendency that 70% of them will see that advert. So these advert companies pay for those monies. And what the people are doing is just sharing a little bit of the benefit of the money to the users who come to that site or to the creators who drive attention. That's why they say how many followers do you have, and that's what they pay you for. So those are the underlying things that those companies who are selling use to make money. So they don't just give you money for free. But what you ask yourself in any venture you go into is, how long is this thing going to last? I used to know when there was a time when everybody in Nigeria wanted to buy a Peugeot 504. That was the highest car in Nigeria. If you didn't have a 504, you didn't have a car. But today, there are 1,001 cars in the market. Nobody even remembers Peugeot again. Very few people drive Peugeots in Nigeria right now. So life changes. So whatever you're doing, you should be asking yourself, in the next 50 years, in the next 30 years, in the next 20 years, is this thing going to be still relevant? We are just talking of yesterday. Today we have AI. People no longer need to sign signatures or write essays or crack their head to read. Just go to AI and say, AI, how do I come to Nigeria? AI will generate 1,001 things of how you come to Nigeria, the flights you need to come to Nigeria, where you will stay when you go to Nigeria. Then you start asking yourself, then do I need to still go to school to find out how I can do things in the world when people can already do it for me? But then you also ask yourself is, how long will the AI technology stay before another one comes? So human profession has different professions that people can engage in. So only you have to choose the profession that is you are capable of, and you have the play, you have the skill to do. And that's the only way you'll be happy and comfortable with your profession. I think that's what I have to say about glamorizing your profession and making your profession something to be proud of, and being able to use it as also as a means of survival and livelihood. That's what I have to say for now.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Ifechi. I would also like to add that.
Sorry, before you continue, let me just recognize the people that are here watching with us. I see Obinna Nwaneri. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Presido, Lucia is here. Lucia, thank you for joining us. Anthony Oyakire, thank you for joining us. Ifoma Marianne Otodo, thank you for joining us. Shirley Ume, is that your sister?
That's my cousin's wife.
Okay. Thank you, Shirley, for joining us. Nwaneka Ejiagu, thank you for joining us. David Amuta. Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. Pamazi Maduabuchi Onyeze. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Ifechi, are you the one that dragged all these people here?
Most of them are my friends and my brothers. Like Pamazi Madabuchi is my cousin. He's out there in Finland.
Okay.
And David Amuta is my secondary school alumni. Antonio Yakire is my secondary school alumni. Shirley is my cousin's wife, and my family too. So those are the people I recognize now. That I'm able to is part of my old boys.
Okay, I'm just reading the message from President Lucia. Say we forgive you for butchering our names, our family names. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pamazi is asking Ifechi, wetin una dey discuss? Oh yeah.
Pamazi, we are discussing about glamorizing your profession. Being proud in what you do, and for people who don't want to, be proud in what they do, and there are consequences because it might hurt you. So whatever you do or whatever you try to do, you need to be proud of what you're doing.
Not just sorry to interrupt you, not just being proud of it, showcase it so that the younger ones can see it. Yes, showcase the benefits that you have derived from that profession. Just like our footballers, when they want to go play soccer, you see they pull up with their BB cars. When the children see this, they want to be footballers. All our children want to be basketballers. They want to be footballers. See our musicians pulling up with BB houses and BB cars, flying private jets. The children want to be like that. So if you're in a profession that you love to start with, you love the profession, right? And the profession is paying you, please don't hide it. Put it out there so that your children can see it. Others can see it. That's why we have the internet. Put it out there. Let people see that, oh, this is another sector. See, my husband is in a sector that is not very popular. The marine sector is not. When I meet people and they ask me, oh, what does he do? And I tell them, oh, this is what he does. They say, oh, okay, that's not so, So that kind of profession should be out there because they are not doing badly. Yeah. So that's the topic of discussion. That's the topic. And me coming out to put it out does not give the right to come and start asking me for money. If they ask you for money because you're putting out all the beautiful things that your profession has given you, is to influence the next generation. Yeah, that's your motive for putting it out. It's not for you to be proud or whatever. It's not to oppress people. That's not your motive. However, it depends on how the other person wants to receive it. That is not your problem. So put it out there and let people be influenced. I think I'm even losing my train of thought. If I carry on, but this was majorly it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to say, okay, sorry, Dr. Ifechi, I was going to say that.
Go ahead.
Whatever profession we think there is, it remains. Before now, we were not in the era of social media. Before now, we didn't have bloggers and then TikTokers and all of that. It just came to play. Before now, can you remember way back then when you were younger? If your parents had asked you what you wanted to be and you said you wanted to be a footballer, how would they have sounded? What would they have told you? You're very mad. So you don't get future ambition and all of that. Because we saw it as NFAs. Now the people who don't go to school, now they go end up being footballers. People that can't read, that can't do much for themselves. Those are the ones that do all those kind of mechanic, football, and all of that. But now, we want to pay. We want to pay and put our children in football academy because we are seeing the seeing the things that come out of it. So we also need to realize that whatever it is, after now, maybe we'll go out of social media, maybe or maybe not, but the doctors will remain, the lawyers will remain, the engineers will remain. So what happens? Let's try as much as possible to give life to those other professions and not channeling it and not focusing more on Yahoo boys or more on musicians or entertainers. Let all those other professions breathe, like would say. Let them breathe and let them also have a voice. Let them also have recognition, so that tomorrow we can still say, oh, because my father was a medical doctor and I liked the way he grew in his profession and everything. That was what informed me to go into medicine. Oh, because my father was a recognized lawyer, that was what informed me to go into that kind of thing. Let's just not give credence to only one sector of the economy or to only one particular aspect of money making or whatever. Let's spread it. If you're a teacher, do it with all dignity. Be proud. If you're able to build a house from that teaching profession, show the world that through teaching. After all, we hear of people that security men, they'll tell you, that man a gate man, but he get 5 graduates. How much does the security man earn? For crying out loud. But they do it with all passion, with all love and all of that. And at the end of the day, it still makes a lot of people still want to be footballers. In as much as we look at it as people that are NFAs, those are the kind of things they want to do. But some people still say, no, me, not football. Now I want to go football academy, I want to play ball, I want to do all of that. So we should try as much as possible to glamorize whatever it is we are doing. If you're a makeup artist, we see them on social media, how they turn an old woman into a sweet 16. And every other person tells you, oh, now this particular makeup artist now go on make it beat my face, so and this particular this thing now go on. So if you're able to carve a niche and then put a name on it, then you're encouraging whoever to follow suit in that direction. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our dear co-host. Ifechi, you want let our president say, you want to go now?
Yes, I'll soon leave. I have 5 minutes to go, so let me just say one word. I think the thing is, the way we see different professions also matters, and the way societies view different professions also matters.
Society is always conditioning us. Society is always conditioning our children, conditioning our mind to be a certain way. So we have to look beyond that sometimes.
Yeah, so the thing is that you cannot do without the environment where you operate. That is what is driving the attitude of people choosing the profession they want to choose, because some professions are already set like high standard professions where they give them more money than other people, and that influences people to drive themselves to those professions. But overall, being able to think about what you engage in as a profession and having the society compensate for professions people that are not willing to go into, and accommodating people also matters. Because if you say you want to be a plumber and people say, no, don't go and be a plumber, how much money are you going to earn? But if government encourages, okay, if you're a plumber, once you become a plumber, we're going to give you a free house. You see people will go into that profession. So there are supposed to be incentives that can help people, go into certain professions. Otherwise, everybody cannot be a doctor. Everybody cannot be a lawyer. Everybody cannot be an engineer. There are people that clean up the environment. those people who go to the trash to come and take out your trash and go trash it, they are also human beings. Even if they choose that profession, that should actually be compensated well. So all over the developed societies, you see people being compensated for what they do. Over here, you can go look for just an electrician or a plumber. It will be difficult for you to find a plumber. The plumbers are licensed, they have their insurance. So when they come out to work for you, an hour a plumber is making.
We look for them on an app here. You can't just see them on the road. You have to go on the app and book them here.
Okay. So that changes the narrative, compared to where we're coming from. So our society, which is Nigeria and Africa in general, including all the developed world, they need to encourage people to go into professions and have ways to, incentivize them to be able to, be proud of what they do and do things that will give them happiness and also make them an income. So that's all I have for today. So if you guys have any questions, put it in the comment section. We'll be able to respond to you directly. I appreciate you all coming today. I have to take my leave, and now my break time is over, so that I can go back to work.
Dr. Ifechi, have you said hi to Presido? Have you said hi to my Presido?
Yes, I said hi to her when she joined.
Okay.
Hello.
Don't mind me, I'm just harassing you.
Thank you. Everything.
All right.
Okay, Ifechi then.
All right,
See you.
See you next time.
Bye.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
So, Presido, what do you think about the topic for today? How are you? How have you been doing?
I'm all right. How have you been? I've been following the conversation
Okay.
like earlier.
Okay.
And the only thing that came to my mind is that our young people today, the one thing that is really driving them is where the money is. So if you look at the traditional kind of jobs that we have or professions that we have, like nursing, teaching, medical doctors, they are the professions that we grew up being labeled as noble, and everyone wanted to do those jobs. And one of the reasons people wanted to do those jobs is because they paid well. You knew if you are a teacher, you'll be able to buy a house, you'll be able to take your kids to school and live a decent life. But when you look at most of our African countries today, those professions, they are amongst the least paid professions. You send your child to medical school. By the time they finish, they're in credit. When they start earning, a certain percentage of their salary is going towards repaying that loan. And they have bills that they have to pay. At the end of the day, they don't really have much to show of the hard work that they are putting into the work that they are doing. It doesn't matter how much passionate we are with our job. But if we can't save and if we can't show the fruits of our labor at the end of the day that can be recognized by the society as being a benefit of being on the job, we can say the best thing about our jobs, how satisfying it can be, and the kind of impact we are making in the community. But at the end of the day, those jobs will not be attractive to our young people because of the money factor. And that is why you see that things like content creation, music, and even sports are becoming more and more attractive to them because they can see, like you said earlier, footballers when they are going around, they drive in cars. Musicians when they are traveling across the world, they are traveling in private jets and everything. So it's about what you get at the end of the day after investing your efforts and your brain power into the time that you have that makes the thing worthwhile. I think that's just my contribution from the discussion that I managed to catch earlier on.
Thank you for popping in. I appreciate that you came in and you added your contribution. Thank you so much, Presido.
You're welcome.
Do you want me to remove you or you want to still be around?
You can remove me, but I'll be following. If I have anything else, I can add it in the comments.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. How do I do this now? Can you remove yourself? Okay, I think I've done it. Yes, I've done it. I'm still learning some of these things. So, yeah. Let me say hello to some of the people that have joined us again. Um, so we have Fred Annie. Thank you for joining us, Fred Annie. Edward Seira Kemer. Thank you for joining us. Oh, AB. Oh, I know this lady now. Ebi Odon Ikediomo. She's your sister. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for joining your sister. Yes, your sister wife. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. If you want us to bring you on the live, please just indicate in the comment section and I'll bring you on. If you have anything to add. Daniel Onokpe, thank you for joining us. Muniaradzi Albert Mupinduri, thank you for joining us. Okocha Martins, yes, thank you for joining us. Perelaefa Wanita Kakate, thank you for joining us. Daniel Lopa is saying, good job, Dr. Ifechu, man. Donna Baxen, thank you for joining us. Kudzi Chiumburu, thank you for joining us. So, yeah, you wanted to say something, yeah? Oh my gosh. What happened? What happened to AB? Okay. I think we have exhausted everything we needed to say. But I mean, if you my viewers, if you have anything to add, please indicate. I will add you on the live. Or should I just bring you guys on? I'm alone here now, so I can just bring you. If you want to speak, I'll just bring you on. Let me see. I'm just sending invitation. Unable to join. Unable to join. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Juanita, you want to come? Um, okay. Presido, you're back. You don't want to leave me here alone.
You looked sad out there.
After she left.
It's a very interesting conversation, really, that we're having, and I wanted to acknowledge Shepherdess Donna Baxen, who was watching. She's
the one from Rodrigue. The one from Rodrigue. Oh, yeah. I didn't see her name.
And my son is also watching. Thank you, Samson, for joining. And Robert Msara, it's been a long time, but thank you for joining.
Hey, Lucia, you brought a lot of people here.
Former schoolmates, and thank you guys for watching. So the discussion that we're having here is on like how we can make our professions more attractive so that other people can join them. Also, I think it's also about helping people recognize the different professions that we are in. And
AB, sorry, adjust your camera, please. AB, we are seeing only half of your face. Adjust your camera.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to interrupt you, Presido.
Is it better?
Yes, it's better. Yes.
Okay. I think it's also about making sure that when people interact with us within our different professions, they do us with respect. It's not just good enough for people to find our professions like attractive if they're not treating us with respect. I think that is something that also comes with as part of that package.
I don't think I got what you said.
Okay, let me say that again slowly.
I think I was a bit distracted.
You were looking at Abby's camera and trying to.
Okay. Presido.
I'm saying that the conversation that we are having, right, where we are trying to encourage each other to make our professions look attractive to the other people, especially the young people, so that they can also become involved in those professions instead of looking at the things that are like trending at the moment, like content creation.
No, Yahoo boys. Big Brother Africa, Big Brother Nigeria, where you go to showcase nothing, and at the end of the day, you win so much money and you get a lot of fame for doing nothing. You know.
Yeah. So I was saying, my point was that in as much as we are trying to promote those professions in terms of what we are making out of them, let us also try to make sure that the people are looking at us in those professions and look at us with respect to the profession that we are practicing. There are times when you are like at work, someone comes to you simply because of the position that you're holding. They would talk trash to you, they would treat you in a disrespectful manner. So let us stand our ground and make sure that in the different professions that we are in, we are treated with respect. That is the point that I was adding on to the conversation that we're having.
Thank you so much for that, for adding that angle to it. Every time when Dr. Ifechu was talking and when you were also talking, I remember a lady I saw at the beach, Perebe Beach in Mauritius. Early that day, it was very early. I went to the beach and I saw this woman sweeping the beach with joy. You could see that she was happy doing her job. She was sweeping the beach, sweeping all the, the leaves that had fallen around, and that is somebody's job, and they are proud doing it. Yeah. So I mean, we should be proud of what we do. If we are in a profession that we don't like, I mean, that's a totally different case. But at the end of the day, let us also try and do the things we love, because we have only one life to live. Let's try and do the things we love in this one life that we have to live and showcase it. Yeah. So
thank you, Pastor Weston, for joining us on this live.
I don't know. Is it the pastor of what do you call it? Bobasen Church? No.
No, Pastor Weston. I know him from the broadcasting stuff that I do with Radio 54. He's one of our team members. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Lucia, you brought a lot of people in. Keep coming to our live. And let me introduce Lucia properly to my co-host. This is AB, my female co-host. We've been together for years and years. We've been friends. We're in school together and everything. And she's been holding it down for me. But for a couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks or so, she was not around. When you came and did your live with us too, she was not around. So this is AB. AB, this is Presido. Presido was my president when we were in Mauritius. We had an association of African ladies. She was the president while I was the secretary of the association. And yeah, so
good to be there. Good to see you. Good to meet you, Presido.
I call her Presido. Her name is Lucia, actually. Her name is Lucia, but I call her Presido.
Okay, I'll call you Presido as well. So good to see you. Thank you, Madam Secretary, for the introduction.
I'm really glad you came. I was not expecting you. I didn't invite you, but you found it worthy to come and make our lives so exciting. Thank you so much. We'll be seeing more of you. So yeah, Madam Biafra. Anything else to add? It's already past 1 hour.
Because
I mean,
it's already around my time.
oh, that's true.
I'm also going. I'm still emphasizing on um, um, showcasing what we know how to do best and not downplaying it. We all read the book Gifted Hand by Ben Carson.
I didn't read it.
Okay, you didn't read Gifted Hands by Ben Carson.
Mm-mm.
He talked about his life and how he got into reading medicine and all of that. Until today, he's a big surgeon. He's a big name all over the world. I know people still travel to where he is to still, engage his services and all of that. That is what we are saying. Whatever it is shouldn't die. Our profession shouldn't be an era. It shouldn't be okay because we are in the era of social media now. After some time, no. If you're a medical doctor, if you're a lawyer, let it continue. As in, let it just be there till the end of time. And let's not say, way back then, a lot of people, even medical doctors, way back then, the banking job was the in thing.
Let's see your face.
A lot of people, even medical doctors, people that read medicine in school that ought to have been practicing, they left that to go and do the bank job because that was where the flow was, that was where the money was, and all of that. But now they are going back. That era is no longer there. People are beginning to is it a banking job you want to do? That will train you, that will take your time, So why don't I do the profession I know how to do? If I read medicine in school, why don't I be a medical doctor and go with all the experience and the drains and money and everything associated with it? Let it not die. Let practicing medicine not die in my hands. Let me give the youth something to look forward to. Let them look up to me and say, oh, in that time, this woman was a good medical doctor and I want to follow suit. And not just be about the grace for it in the moment. Let it not be a momentary thing. Let it just live on as part of life. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you very much.
On that note, Presido, if you don't have, do you still have something to say, Presido?
Yeah, let me just acknowledge my brother Tenai Chazika, who is watching. Thank you, Andrasi, for joining us on this live.
Thank you so much, everyone that came. We would love to be seeing more of you. Thank you so much for coming.
I think there's also Hansley. Hansley, thank you for tuning in, and Tatenda Chinyanganya. Thank you for your support. We hope to see you again next week. We'll be on the same channel at, what's the time?
6 p.m. GMT. 6 p.m. GMT. GMT.
So that's, 6 p.m. GMT, what you say. I'm trying to see what time it is in Zoom, and I think it's 5, no? What time is it, guys? I know it's 6 p.m. UK time, so it's 4 p.m. Zoom time. So next week on Tuesday, 4 p.m. Zoom time, if you are free, just join in. We'll have another conversation. Do you have a topic for next week?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
But we'll have something.
Yeah.
All
definitely.
Right. Thank you guys.
It's every week, so definitely something big, something beautiful, something big, something good to the ears, something that will impact us will definitely come on next week. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you for having this conversation.
Thank you too.
It was worthwhile.
All right then. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye everyone. Thank you for joining.